Man, this Apex Blue looks phenomenal. My name is Nick Rutter, and welcome to my garage. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through step-by-step on how to achieve shiny paint that looks as good as this beautiful Apex Blue Acura Integra, starting with the wheels and tires. So I gotta get to work. Now, every proper wash starts with the wheels and tires. And the reason why is it doesn't make sense to wash the body of the car and then wash the wheels and tires, which are undoubtedly the dirtiest part, and then have dirt and grime splash up on the paint that you just washed. So washing your wheels and tire first is imperative to a successful car wash detail. Now, wheels come in all different types of finishes. You have clear coated, you have painted, polished, aluminum, chrome, powder coated, and just about everything in between. So it's important that you know what you're working on and that you choose the correct cleaner carefully. Otherwise, you can cause permanent damage. And frankly, wheels, especially OEM wheels, like on this Acura, they're not inexpensive to replace. So I like to take the guesswork out of it and choose a wheel cleaner, preferably a gentle wheel cleaner that's safe on all wheel finishes. That way, there's no second guessing myself and there's no potential to cause any issues when it actually comes time to clean the wheels. So the wheels on this Acura are painted and then there's a clear coat applied over them. So they're very sensitive and delicate to harsh acids and other toxic ingredients. So the gentle wheel cleaner is very safe, it's very effective, and again, there's no guesswork on whether or not it's gonna cause damage. So before you clean the wheels and tires, make sure they're not hot to the touch. Never clean wheels that are hot to the touch, and make sure you clean one wheel at a time. Then take your wheel cleaner, and you wanna spray a thorough amount all over the face of the wheel. While the wheel cleaner is dwelling for a minute or two, you can take that opportunity to fill up your wheel and tire bucket with water and with soap, and then also to let your wheel and tire brushes soak for a few minutes just to help soften them up. Now, you always want to make sure that you have a dedicated bucket just for wheels and tires. And an easy way to identify that to prevent cross-contamination is to have a sticker that aptly says tire and wheels, so there's no confusion. So after the wheel cleaner has dwelled for a minute or two, I start by cleaning the barrel of the wheel. And the barrel is the area behind the face, and it's arguably the dirtiest part. So use a variety of different brushes to clean the entire wheel, but for the barrel, I like to use a barrel blade style wheel brush. And what makes these unique is that they're very long and they have a very low profile, so they can clean all the hard to reach areas in between the spokes, the barrel, and where most brushes typically don't reach is in between the actual caliper and the wheel barrel itself. So a brush like this gets in all the hard to reach areas, and what's really nice is you can actually bend it to clean behind the spokes. So there's very few areas of the wheel that this brush has any difficulty reaching. After I clean the barrel of the wheel, I like to grab a boar's hair wheel brush. This is very soft. It has thousands of ultra soft flagged bristles. This is a natural hog hair brush. And the advantage of using this versus nylon is when you're working on scratch sensitive clear coat wheels like you find on this Acura, it's very soft, it's very gentle, but those bristles, which are tightly packed in there and they're flagged, they're very effective at removing brake dust and contaminants. So I like to use this brush to clean the face of the wheel. It gets in all the nooks and crannies, and it does a great job. And then for the hard to reach areas, again, going back to a natural animal hair product, there's a boar's hair detail brush. And this has about 2-inch long flagged bristles. And I like to use this guy to clean the lug nut holes as well as the valve stem and along the rim edge itself. This makes it really effective and really easy because frankly, most people, if you look at their wheels after they detail the car, they don't clean the lug nuts. So it takes away from the overall appearance of the vehicle. And if you do not regularly clean your lug nuts, what will happen is brake dust, which is very corrosive, and that's the whole reason you're cleaning your wheels, will actually cause damage over time. So it's important that you equip yourself with the right tools for the job along with the right cleaner so you clean the entire wheel. That way you don't miss any areas and potentially cause issues down the road. Once the wheels are finished, then it's time to clean the tires. Now, there's a lot of different tire cleaners in the market, and there's also some wheel and tire cleaners, a 2-in-1 style product. I'm typically not a huge fan of those, and the reason why is your tires are a completely different material than your wheels. So there's going to be compromise with either the safety or the effectiveness of using a 2-in-1 style product. So For the tires, I like to use a tire and rubber rejuvenator. This is designed specifically for the tires, which again are very different from the wheels. And using it is simple. Spray a thorough amount all over the tire itself. Let it dwell for about 30 seconds or a minute, and then using a low-profile tire brush, because this Acura, it's a sporty car, it has low-profile tires. This brush right here is perfectly sized for low-profile tires often found on sports cars, sports sedans. Scrub it really well, rinse everything off, and then to protect the wheel, I apply a hydrographene ceramic coating. You spray this on and you rinse it off, and it blankets the wheel with slick, glossy, hydrophobic protection. Repeat this process with each wheel until you're completely finished. And if you're working out in the sun, it's good practice to use a wheel and tire towel just to dry the wheel off before you wash the body to avoid any water spots. So now that the wheels and tires are clean, the next step is to clean the body. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.